Chelsea transfer update, Garnacho deal close and Lopez decision day. Chelsea fans, are we about to witness two massive signings that could change our season? The transfer window is heating up, and Chelsea are right in the thick of it. We've got some big news coming out of Stamford Bridge that every Blues fan needs to know about. Let's break down what's happening with our potential new signings and why these deals matter so much. Garnacho deal almost done, but what does this mean for Chelsea? First up, the big news everyone's talking about. Chelsea are very close to signing Alejandro Garnacho from Manchester United. Yes, you read that right, we might be getting one of United's brightest talents. So how much are we paying? The deal is worth between £35 million and £40 million. That might sound like a lot, but here's the interesting part. United originally wanted £50 million for the Argentine winger. Chelsea have done some smart negotiating here, and it looks like we'll save around £10 to £15 million from their original asking price. But why is Garnacho such a big deal? The 20-year-old has been making waves at Old Trafford with his pace, skill, and eye for goal. He's the type of player who can create something out of nothing, and let's be honest, we could use more of that kind of magic on the wings. Where will Garnacho fit in our team? Here's where it gets interesting. Garnacho will be fighting for the left-wing spot with Jamie Gittins. Competition is always good, right? It pushes players to perform better and gives the manager more options when planning tactics. Think about it this way, having two quality players fighting for one position means we'll always have fresh legs and different styles to choose from. Garnacho brings that South American flair and unpredictability, while Gittins offers his own unique strengths. Is this signing worth the money? At £35 to £40 million, we're getting a young player with huge potential. He's already proven himself in the Premier League, which means no adaptation period needed. Plus, at just 20, he could be with us for many years to come. The fact that we're taking him from Manchester United makes it even sweeter. When did you last see us successfully poach a key player from one of our rivals? It shows that players want to come to Chelsea, and that's always a good sign. Lopez drama, will he choose money or loyalty? Now, let's talk about the other big story, Fermin Lopez from Barcelona. This one's a real nail-biter, and the clock is ticking. What's the current situation? Chelsea reportedly gave Lopez 48 hours to make a decision about joining us. That deadline is basically now, so we might hear news any moment. The pressure is on, and both clubs are waiting to see what the Spanish midfielder decides. Barcelona want a massive £70 million if he chooses to leave. That's serious money, but Lopez is a serious player. At just 22, he's already established himself at one of the world's biggest clubs. Why does Lopez want to stay at Barcelona? Here's the thing that makes this story so interesting. Lopez actually wants to stay at Barcelona. He came through their famous academy, La Masia, and his dream has always been to succeed at the Camp Nou. You can't blame him for that, can you? The Spanish newspaper Sport reported that Lopez told people close to him that his goal hasn't changed, he wants to make it big at Barcelona. It's that childhood dream that's hard to give up. But Chelsea's offer is too good to ignore. Even though Lopez wants to stay, Chelsea's offer is incredible. We're reportedly willing to pay him £15 million per year, compared to the £6 million he currently earns at Barcelona. That's more than double his current salary. The Spanish media even said it would be irresponsible for Lopez not to consider our offer seriously. When you put it like that, it makes sense. This kind of money could set him up for life. Our manager Enzo Maresca even personally called Lopez to try and convince him to join. When was the last time you saw a Chelsea manager go to such lengths for a potential signing? It shows how much we want him. What makes Lopez special? Lopez isn't just any midfielder. He's got everything: vision, passing ability, work rate, and he can score goals too. He's the type of player who can control the tempo of a game and create chances for others. At 22, he's entering his prime years, and his best football is still ahead of him. If we can convince him to join, we'd be getting a player who could be our midfield anchor for the next decade. Why are these signings so important for Chelsea? Building for the future. Both Garnacho and Lopez are young players with their best years ahead of them. This isn't about quick fixes, it's about building a team that can compete for years to come. At 20 and 22 respectively, they could be Chelsea legends in the making. Adding quality and depth. Let's be honest, we need more quality in our squad. Having players like Garnacho and Lopez gives us options and makes us less predictable. Opposition teams will have to work harder to figure out how to stop us. Showing ambition. These potential signings send a message to everyone, players, fans, and other clubs. Chelsea are serious about competing at the highest level. When you're willing to spend this kind of money on quality players, it shows you mean business. What about the competition? Garnacho versus Gittins. If Garnacho joins, the competition for the left-wing spot will be fierce. Gittins has shown flashes of brilliance, but having Garnacho breathing down his neck will only make him better. It's a win-win situation. Both players bring different qualities. Garnacho has that unpredictable South American style, while Gittins offers pace and directness. Maresca will love having these options. Lopez in our midfield. If Lopez chooses Chelsea over Barcelona loyalty, he'd immediately become one of our most important players. His technical ability and football intelligence would lift our entire midfield. Imagine Lopez pulling the strings in the middle of the park, creating chances for our forwards and controlling the game's rhythm. That's the kind of player that can take us to the next level. The financial side, are we spending wisely? Smart negotiating. The Garnacho deal shows we're not just throwing money around blindly. Getting United to drop their asking price by £10 to £15 million is smart business. Every penny saved can be used elsewhere. Investment in youth. Both players are young, which means they'll likely increase in value over time. Even if things don't work out perfectly, we should be able to recoup most of our investment later. The Lopez gamble. £70 million for Lopez is a lot of money, but consider this, that's the going rate for top young midfielders these days. If he becomes the player we think he can be, it'll look like a bargain in a few years. What other clubs are doing? Newcastle chasing Strand Larsen. While we're busy with our targets, Newcastle are trying hard to sign Wolves striker Jørgen Strand Larsen. They've already had 2 bids rejected, £50 million and £55 million, and are planning a £60 million offer. This shows how crazy the transfer market has become. Even Newcastle are willing to spend £60 million on a striker. It puts our potential signings into perspective. City keeping Savinho. Manchester City have told Tottenham that Savinho isn't for sale at any price, even above £60 million. This shows how clubs are becoming more protective of their assets, which makes our potential Garnacho signing even more impressive. Tottenham's moves. Spurs are also busy, with interest in Leipzig's Xavi Simons and defensive additions. But they've been told Savinho isn't available, which might affect their plans. The bigger picture, what this means for Chelsea's season. More attacking options. If we get Garnacho, we'll have serious pace and trickery on the wings. This could make us much more dangerous in attack and give opposing defenders real headaches. Midfield control. Lopez could be the missing piece in our midfield puzzle. His ability to dictate play and create chances could transform how we control games. Squad depth. Both signings would give us better squad depth, which is crucial for a long season with multiple competitions. No more worrying about injuries to key players. Questions every Chelsea fan is asking. Will Lopez choose money over loyalty? This is the big question. His heart seems to be with Barcelona, but our offer is incredibly tempting. Sometimes practical decisions win over emotional ones. Is Garnacho ready for Chelsea? He's proven himself at United, but Chelsea is a different challenge. The pressure here is different, and expectations are sky high. Can he handle it? Are we building something special? These signings suggest we're thinking long-term. Both players could be with us for many years, forming the backbone of future Chelsea teams. What happens next? Lopez decision day. We should know about Lopez very soon. His decision will shape the rest of our transfer window and possibly our season. Garnacho medical. If the Garnacho deal is as close as reported, we could see him in a Chelsea shirt within days. The medical and personal terms shouldn't be major obstacles. More signings? These might not be our last moves. If we're spending this kind of money, maybe there are more surprises coming. Final thoughts. These potential signings show that Chelsea are serious about getting back to the top. Garnacho and Lopez are exactly the type of players we need, young, talented, and hungry for success. The next few days could be massive for our club. Will Lopez choose us over his boyhood club? Will Garnacho complete his move from our rivals? One thing's for sure, it's an exciting time to be a Chelsea fan. These signings could be the start of something special at Stamford Bridge. What do you think about these potential signings? Are you excited about Garnacho? Should Lopez choose money or loyalty? Let's discuss in the comments below. The transfer window never fails to deliver drama, and Chelsea are right at the center of it all. Whatever happens, we know the club is trying everything to bring in top quality players. That's all we can ask for as fans. Stay tuned for more updates as this story develops. These next few days could shape our entire season.